So this is lesson 8, what is globalization? It's linking back to when you did some activities where you had to think about how you are connected to the world. So first of all, you're going to look at the logos and you're going to name as many of the companies as you can, and then answer why are you able to name these companies from around the world. So how do you actually know them? So it should take you about 2 to 3 minutes, and you can pause here. These are the answers to the questions. For the quiz, however, you should have done the quiz before starting the lesson, but these are the answers. You can pause here to mark your work. So there is the keyword, globalization, the way that the world has become more connected. This is through the flow of people, goods, ideas, and money. So pause now to write that down. There's also a video at the bottom which will be a good one to watch. That is also going to be linked in the actual assignment. So this is looking at Nissan car, and it's looking at how it's kind of, you've got a car plant in Sunderland, and it was founded in Japan, and it assembles and sells the cars throughout the world. So this is an example of a transnational company, and they have offices and factories in several countries around the world. The list above shows you other transnational companies such as McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Nike, Samsung. Make sure you write down the keyword. Now you're going to look at the list on the left, on the right, sorry, and you're going to choose one of the companies, and you're going to use your phone or the internet and find out the location of 3 things. So this is using the worksheet that's also attached to the assignment. So what are the most important location factors for transnational companies? And you will answer that after you've done the worksheet task. So this should take you probably about 8 minutes, maybe 10, considering you're doing some research. So pause here to finish that. Okay, now you're looking at a couple more questions. So list 5 ways your daily lives are interconnected with other countries. Then looking at clothes labels, food packets around you, and seeing how they connect you to around the world, along with how do these things actually show globalization. Pause here, it will take you about 6 minutes. So changing location factories for industry. So a lot of these transnational corporations do move their factories, and a lot of that is because of cost. So in some places you will find that there is cheaper labor, so cheaper workers, you don't have to pay them as much. And places such as China have offered a very large, cheap and flexible labourer kind of supply. So it means they're quite competitive. So a lot of people will find it hard to compete with those kind of prices and amount that they provide. So this is now looking at Apple, so, and looking at iPhones. So most people have iPhones or maybe Samsungs, and on the back you can see, if you have one, that it says designed by Apple in California, assembled in China. And we're now going to be looking at the advantages and disadvantages of globalization. So you can write a subtitle, Advantages and Disadvantages of Globalization, and you're going to make a table. One column will be disadvantages and one will be advantages. And you need to watch the YouTube video linked. It will also be in the assessment instructions. You can go to the website and read criticism and support sections about globalization and fill out the table. Last one, you're looking at this diagram and you need to answer the question. So which of the elements of globalization affect your life? So which of them would affect your life? The economic, social, political, or cultural? I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. This last task will probably take you around 4 to 5 minutes. And if you have any questions, you can obviously ask and I will try and get back to you.